As we reported 2 weeks ago, Detroit's emergency manager signed off on the sale of a square mile of blighted city-owned property on Detroit's Lower East Side. That piece of land is now the focus of a unique for-profit blight cleanup plan. For my special series of Detroit 2020 State of the City reports, I went for a hike with the man in charge of the Hance Farm Urban Forest.
We're about 1/8 of a mile from the northwest corner of our development area. We just purchased 1,350 parcels.
In Detroit, where blight removal has become as urgent as a Lions Super Bowl win, this has to be the slowest blight-busting plan ever.
We're not in a hurry. You know, if the purpose of the business were to make money, we'd be running it differently.
Mike Score is the CEO of Hance Farms and the chief tree cutter. In fact, he let me take a whack at one of the 40,000 trees he's removing almost single-handedly from this 150-acre parcel of land smack dab in the middle of Detroit. After the trees are gone, he's going to turn around and start planting trees.
This year, the 150 acres that we're purchasing, we're going to plant 15,000 trees. We're going to take down 50 dangerous structures this spring. And then we'll mow everything that we purchased all summer long this year. So the blight will be gone. A typical timber stand, if we plant our trees for timber management, take 40 to 60 years to mature.
That's a long-term investment.
It is. We're here for the long haul.
The plan is quite simple. Get rid of the blight, the trash, and the overgrown tangle, and plant a neatly lined urban forest.
We want people who live in these neighborhoods to be glad that they stayed.
So Ray, this is your house right here?
Yes, it is.
How long you live?
Ray Anderson is certainly glad he stayed. He grew up in this neighborhood, still lives here 56 years later.
So you're a kid playing in this neighborhood. What was it like?
There was houses everywhere. You know, this block was full of houses. It was a nice place to grow up in. Parks, you know, play baseball, football. But you know, as you can see, it's changed over the years. Abandoned houses, you know, garbage, illegal dumping.
For years, Ray has listened to the politicians and their promises to clean up the neighborhoods.
But you heard all the politicians talking.
Oh, I've heard all the talk.
All these guys
now,
here. Yeah.
These guys are getting it done.
Mike Score grew up in Detroit, and he's glad to be able to do what he can to clean it up.
Thanks, bud.
Even if it does take a while.
Does it concern you that 40 or 60 years from now, you're probably not going to be around to watch what happens?
You never know.
He might be around. So you're probably asking, okay, what happens to the farm in 40 or 60 years when the trees have hit maturity? Well, the Hance Company plans to harvest them for lumber to recoup their investment. Or they suggest a nature conservancy can buy the land and maintain it as the world's first and, well, by that time, oldest urban forest.
Wow, I mean, amazing to see. They're doing a great job. But how much is this investment costing Hance Farms?
They paid $441,000 for that block of land, about a mile worth, a couple $100,000 in attorney's fee to get the deals done, $150,000 a year to maintain the property once it's all cleared, plus, and this is the big thing, they'll pay property taxes so the city gets that money. Then, of course, there's the cost of planting trees. They're going to plant 15,000 trees this April. So whatever that costs.
And they won't see a return for 40 to 60 years, but they're investing in the city.
In the long term. John Hance is the local guy who is a financier, and that's his philosophy is just to create it, build it, and let it be.
Well, good deal. Let's hope it works, right? All right.